The Numidians are on their back foot, but seem to have marshaled their forces to defend their southernmost hovels. A rough turn or two may be on the horizon after an overly aggressive southern push by Rome/me. Hello, Legion, this is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more. Oh, wow, my jaw popped while I was saying that. Did you hear that? Good Lord. Let's play some more Old World in our early access series. I'm going to leave that in. That's weird, but I'm going to leave that in. Anyway, so as we begin this episode, you might be noticing some changes to the interface. And that is because I probably could have had this for the last episode that I put up on the channel, which was episode 12 a few days ago. Didn't have an episode yesterday. So sorry about that. Really, really hectic, stressful, anxiety-inducing day. Like, not even expected, but couldn't do anything channel-related yesterday. But now that we're jumping back in, I have updated the build to the launch build as opposed to the preview build that I had been given prior to the game's release. And now that I've made that change, I have also downloaded the latest update. And hopefully it hasn't broken our save. I don't believe that it has, but you'll notice that there have been some updates to the UI. That's the most obvious change. They've done a basic polish pass, and there are outlines, for instance, where there were not outlines before. Some of the icons, like the notification icons, have a little bit of a sheen to them, as do the buttons down here. So they've made a lot of little tiny changes throughout the game in the game's first major post-launch early access update. I'm gonna, not to sound like a broken record, but I'm going to sound off on what I think is the coolest thing about this update. It's much more under the hood, at least right now it is. There are 23 more brand new events. Remember that in episode 1, I mentioned that there are over 1,000 events already in the game. In the first early access patch, they added 23 more. As a narrative-based gamer, as I might loosely describe myself, that just has me so stoked. The storytelling potential of this game is already vast, and for them to have added so many additional storytelling opportunities with 23 new events in one patch is just so cool, and it makes me so proud and excited to support this game. But aside from that, they have added a bunch of animations to the game. They've added a bunch of sound effects to the game that weren't there before. It's a lot of little tiny tweaks, but the most noticeable, definitely this episode, will be the tweaks to the UI. Notice also that your cognomen now shows on your leader portrait at all times, which is pretty neat. So let's do another quick review of what happened at the end of the last turn, and we'll jump in and see how much the Numidians wreck us here. Even their icons look a little bit different. Interesting. So, our ATM trained a worker. We've discovered ramparts. Good. Axemen were attacked. We lost our scout, which still makes me angry. And a hostile raider has been seen. So it looks like there are still some barbarians messing around up here. But those are all north of the mountains, so I don't know what this guy's doing hanging out right there, but I don't think he's much of a threat. So, one other thing before I let this turn pass by that I would like to point out is that you can buy orders. Learned this not only from the comments, and I appreciate you guys for pointing this out, but also just from watching a few of the streams and listening to suggestions from Soren Johnson. And yeah, you can buy orders. So I'm guessing, hang on. Oh, that's interesting. For whatever reason, it's not letting me actually scroll up the list. All right, so it's a little bit finicky at the moment. Not sure why in some cases I can scroll up and in some I can't. Okay, so apparently I have to scroll up kind of quickly if I want to do this. Or I have to click on it. That's what it is. So when you mouse over, you can see your options, but you have to click it and then scroll up if you want to do that. So, or you can press O. Interesting. Wait, if I press O right now, ooh, it buys an order, but it's only one order for 100 training. Wow. That's crazy. All right, but that does give me the ability to move some of my units into a slightly better position, perhaps. I can force march, for instance, this unit here and prevent them from surrounding some of these units as effectively. So let's go ahead and give that order. And maybe that'll put us in a slightly better position. It might not. The adjacency bonuses and combat bonuses, I don't know to what extent they've been fully worked out. So I'm kind of playing this like I might Civ 6 in this situation. Not to say that I'm making the best moves ever, even in terms of Civ 6, but I'm thinking in terms of having units that are not easily surrounded by these guys. And I didn't want those swordsmen to get surrounded, so now they're flanked by spearmen, which of course are my stronger units against these cavalry, which will hopefully be helpful. Yeah, the main thing I'm kind of playing in terms of when it comes to mechanics that I'm accustomed to in games like this is the adjacency combat bonus. So when units are next to each other, they grant a combat bonus. I don't know if that actually applies here. We can find out pretty quickly. It doesn't appear that it does, so might not make much of a difference at all, but that's kind of my motivation. Old habits die hard. Let's see how this goes. All right, they definitely made some moves, and we appear to have some barbarians to our south, interestingly enough, and we might have lost a spearman. Yes, we did. Yikes, they got attacked 5 separate times. So the barbarians appear to be attacking me from the back. That was unexpected. As you and your daughter, Duchess Sulpicia Fabia, entertain visiting dignitaries from Carthage, an argument breaks out. The visitors accuse you of installing spies on their court. What? I've done no such thing. The claims are false, of course, but your reaction will set a strong example for young Sulpicia. We can throw them out of the court, and she'll become bold. We can convince them of their mistake. She will become a diplomat, no longer a builder. Or we can turn them against each other, and she would become cunning. So currently, remember that she is a builder. She is careless at the moment as a governor, which stinks. Not that she is a governor, but let's see. Actually, is she a governor? Do we have her in position anywhere? No. No. No, we don't. Okay. I kind of like the idea of turning them against each other so she becomes cunning. Let's do that. Okay, so as expected, we got wrecked, and I'm going to fully withdraw from this attack because these barbarians have completely snuck up on me in the worst of ways. So let's go ahead and pull these units back as quickly as we can. Run away! All right, there we go. That's better. Now, I think we also, as a result of that, we have a general up here. We probably need to go ahead and bring this general down to the front, don't we? Now that the Carthaginians have things on lockdown, why don't I go ahead and move you here? And we're going to start bringing that general down to help out with the fight, because that should help turn the tide in our favor. We can lead these units here to defend. We're getting a decent amount of training per turn now. I really like that, but... Okay, so... Interesting. I can give this Slinger unit a garrison promotion. By the way, promotions are limited. You can only have, I believe, up to 5 promotions on a unit. So if you... Let's see how this looks here. I remember seeing on a stream somewhere that there was something in the tooltips, but I don't see it right now. This wasn't on this channel, but on Quill's channel. Actually, I remember someone pointing out that there was something you could mouse over, but I don't see it anywhere. So, not going to spend too much time looking for it. We have 7 orders left. Let's cycle through some of our civilian units really quickly. I will leave these spearmen there. We'll leave those there. All right, yeah, we can skip your turn too. Are you healed up? Yeah, you're mostly healed up. We are still attacking these guys, it seems. Where did you come from? We're going to have to settle some new cities this turn, I think. Or this episode, I should say. All right. Move them a little bit closer. Yep, skip your turn. Now you can fortify, which will consume an order. Let's skip your turn, skip your turn. I don't know why you can't heal. Oh yeah, you're not in friendly territory, of course. That's a perfectly good reason not to be able to heal. So I'll just leave you guys in position. I'm not sure why I'm not getting... Are all of my workers busy? Really? Every last one of my workers is busy. I was not expecting that. But okay, that means I can just heal with that unit. And I believe we have a settler 1 year away in Ostia and 3 years away in Roma. So that comes in handy. I'm going to go ahead and... Hang on, is there any other move that I can make? That Carthaginian settler is going to get so wrecked. I don't think there's another move really worth making at the moment. Already promoted you. I've already fortified you. Okay, so these barbarians might come up and hit me, which I'm in a more defensive position now, so I say bring it. But... okay, yeah, let's go ahead and go to... Yes, I do definitely just want to skip your turn. Oh, cool. Sentry's been added. Wake if an enemy unit appears within 5 tiles. I really like that change as well. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and set these guys on sentry. So it's control space to set them on sentry. Okay, and now we can end the year. Let's see what these units do now that we've backed off. They'll probably still attack, but I just wanted to take a slightly more defensive position. Returning a favor. Envoys from Babylonia return to the capital hoping to repay our favor. They have given us a choice of rewards from their finest traders. So we can get some additional science right away. We can get some additional gold. Or we can gain another maceman in Roma. I like the idea of a maceman. Let's go ahead and do that. We don't yet have... This is cool. This is our very first maceman, actually. Let's go ahead and move you down in this direction. We need more units on this front. Can't quite throw from here, sadly, as much as I would like to. Capua is not on a hill. Even though it kind of looks like it should be, just given that the central building is so high, it is not on a hill. Now this general, I think, is able to come down and support these units. Also, really quickly, let me look into this. Is there a way to see what the benefit of this particular general is? Like, how close does he have to be to other units to provide any kind of bonus? Or is that even in the game yet? It might not be in the game yet. It might just boost the unit that he's supporting and therefore not do much for the nearby units. But I'm still going to behave as though his presence will be helpful in the off chance that it actually will be. All right, so let's skip your turn. I can use this unit to scout, technically, but I'm gonna skip their turn, too. And put you on sentry. Probably gonna fortify most of these units. Sentry is control space. Okay, good to know. That way, those units will not cycle through until I need them. We still do not quite have the ability to install an ambassador, chancellor. Wait. We don't have the ability to install an ambassador. Oh, we don't have an orator, scholar, or diplomat right now. And we do have the ability to install a chancellor, but we don't have a commander, judge, or builder yet. So we just have our heir and our current spouse set up as characters up there. We need to control 4 courthouses, by the way. That's still something we're working on. A young officer in Ostia has rapidly risen through the ranks, impressing our top generals. They see a bright future. The officer should serve the court directly, so we get a great soldier. Or we can gain training by saying the officer should stay and protect Ostia. So let's go ahead and get a great soldier. You're now known as the Just. Is that so? So that gives me some additional legitimacy. So at this point, Appius Fabius is quite legitimate. Let me just say. He's got a lot of legitimacy, which is nice. I'm going to bring this settler down. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and nab that city site. So we're going to bring the settler down this direction. It's going to take a number of orders, but that's okay. And we do finally have the ability to do some additional work here. So we can build a courthouse in Ostia. I am absolutely going to do that, because we need that for our legacy. Or not for legacy, but for our ambition. And we can select a new order here. Let me go ahead and say that I want to build a treasury. End the year. Really exciting to see that you can immediately queue up Treasury 2. Notice that. It knows that you will build Treasury 1. This is something that's absent in other turn-based strategy games that I really like. So it knows that there is a prerequisite in the queue, so it lets you queue up things that come after that. In a lot of build queues in other games, I think Civ 6 still works this way as well, you can't actually queue something up that requires something you're currently building until that construction project is complete. So that's a very nice change. I like that a lot. All right, so we'll back out of that. We still have 3 orders, although there's not much I can do with that. How close is the Oracle to being done? 2 years away from having the Oracle. The Oracle, I believe, will give us an additional technology choice. Okay, so the barbarians have arrived to mess with me a little bit. Interesting. Christianity has been founded in Nippur. Let me take a look at religion really quickly. So we need... I don't know that we can actually found a religion as Rome. Yeah, this is the system that I know the least about right now. I don't know what to make of these systems in general. Okay, so let's move you here. Move you here. And move you here. First things first. Going to attack you. Going to kill you. That should end them. And then I have the ability to... Yeah, I'll let this general get some combat experience. He's going to wipe the floor with those barbarians. And this maceman is able to come down and join the front. We'll put him on the other side of the river. Ready to move down against that hovel in the next turn. So thankfully we didn't take any ridiculous losses from that situation. We need archers, by the way. Can I just point that out? We really need archers. All right, so the sentry... This is kind of frustrating. What's the range on sentry? Within 5 tiles? Yeah. Because even though they're on the other side of the mountains, the game is letting me see what's going on here, which doesn't make much sense at the moment. I'm not quite sure why that is. I mean, yeah, there's a low point there, but these are mountain tiles. We shouldn't be able to see over them. These are clearly very, very tall mountains. But because we can see over them, the sentry is being triggered here for these units that I put on sentry. So there's not much point to doing sentry in that particular city right now. Makes me sad. Okay, city site. I definitely want to put it on a hilltop, and it looks like this is my only option for that, so we will put you here. And let's take a quick look at our families and see where we can balance things out. Looks like the Cloudy Eye need a new family. New city will not be connected to the capital. Why is that? Okay, so maybe... Okay, so cities are connected. I'm holding V to see tiles connected to the capital. And I can just hold this down anytime. Oh, this is cool. Interesting. So maybe this is the purpose of roads. Yeah. Okay, so we need to build roads from Brundisium to Neapolis, our new city. And we need to build roads down to Capua. And we need to build roads from Beneventum to Gades. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, I'm glad I've picked up on that. So much going on under the hood in this game. I love it. All right, so a delegation from Babylonia arrives with a marriage proposal for Duchess Sulpicia Fabia. We should consider it carefully. Sapium the Inspired is the best option. No, I don't want to get married with... I don't want to marry into the Babylonian family. However, let's see if there is an option for Sulpicia that is perhaps a bit more local. Because she's 21. It is time. So we could do it. We could arrange a family marriage with the Fabii, the Claudii, or the Julii. So the question is, which family looks like the Julii need the most attention? Let's give that order. It does appear that we can make her a chancellor as well, if I saw that correctly. But we need to do that next turn. Okay, good. So I can actually, even though it's saying that I don't have a commander, judge, or builder, I was kind of a little bit dubious when I read that tooltip, because this tooltip makes it look like I don't have that particular archetype. But I do. I've known that Sulpicia is a builder for a couple of episodes. So it's just interesting that that tooltip reads that way. Let's see, Great Thinkers. One of our most prosperous neighborhoods has become home to a burgeoning intellectual movement. Many of the capital's most talented young figures emerge from this area, and we should take notice. Whom should we bring to the court? We get a great scientist, a great minister. Let's get a capable administrator. We've done a lot of science-related choices so far, so let's mix things up a little bit. All right, now I think I've already got a courthouse here, right? That's a courthouse, yes. So I don't need to build another courthouse, even though that's what the game is recommending. Do I have a stronghold yet? That's a barracks. That's also a barracks. I've got a couple of barracks in Rome. That seems unnecessary. Ooh. Yes, indeed. Let's build a mine there for that gold. That seems useful. And we will build a quarry over that. Build a mine here as well. How's our metal income, by the way? It's much better than it was. It's at 20.3 now. We are out of orders. I could buy more if I wanted to. Even just one. I could buy two. And that way I would have the ability to potentially, hang on, let's see what else I might be able to get away with. Beneventum needs farms. Oh, but I don't have lumber. Well, that's easily fixed. Just kidding. No, it's not. I'm out of money. Just kidding. All right, I'm going to go ahead and move this unit here. We're going to get a lumber mill going in Antium next turn, because our lumber income could definitely be better. Okay, I think I'm just going to queue up a worker here so that we can start improving the city. Again, we need to connect this city with roads so that it's actually linked into Rome. Couple of workers in the area here already. Another one wouldn't hurt, but then again, a treasury wouldn't either. So let's go ahead and go for a treasury here. Choose production in Antium. I could go for a specialist. We've already got a specialist helping with our production here. Yeah, stone-wise, we're in really good shape. Yeah, let's add a specialist to that farm. It's going to take 4 years. And we will end the year. All right, so Carthage is mostly defending us up here, whether by accident. Nice, the oracle was completed by Rome. You are now known as the Good. We have encountered citizens of the nation of Egypt. While not overtly hostile, these strangers seem wary of our people. How shall we approach the Egyptians? So we can show them our goodwill with a gift. We don't have that to give them. Although I might be able to... No, there's no way I'd be able to sell enough. Even if I started selling stone. Well, I could sell 100 stone and immediately have enough gold to do it. So we can show them our goodwill with a gift. Yeah, let's maintain the initial gift. So Egypt is far to the north. Far, 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 far to the north. But we have finally met Egypt. So now we've encountered Carthage, Babylon, Egypt, and of course the Scythians and the Numidians as well. Family marriage offer. A new marriage proposal from Julius from the Julii has arrived for Duchess Sulpicia Fabia. So Sextus Julius Aratinus, I guess, is the best option. Or Romulus Julius Brundusinus. I like the drill master. Also, he's a judge archetype. I think Sextus Aratinus is probably slightly preferable, just for no other reason than he has a combination of traits that and archetypes that is a little bit newer to me. The Oracle of Roma. We consulted the Pythia of the Oracle, and this is her prophecy. You have come to my rich temple as a mortal dear of Zeus. I am in doubt whether to pronounce you mortals or gods, but I think rather you are a god. What does it mean? The Oracle is finished. So the High Priestess has lost her mind. It is vague. We should proceed with caution. Or we can say, the gods favor us, pay the Oracle handsomely. I kind of like the idea of doing that. That's all I needed to sell. I just sold 10, not 100, just 10. The gods favor us. Pay the Oracle handsomely. Nice. Wisdom literature. A royal tutor, Antonia Fabia the minister, wishes to record her teachings for posterity. They would take the form of relatable stories meant to impart valuable lessons. She calls this project wisdom literature. Is this wise use of our scribes, or should Antonia Fabia the minister be focused on other matters? Let's go ahead and just gain some civics. Her lessons should be heeded by all. Now we have 899 civics to mess around with. Now let's go to the family screen and order Duchess Sulpicia Fabia to become our chancellor. So I think that happens automatically. Yeah, she is immediately installed. You don't have to wait a turn. And interestingly enough, when you select these characters, you can definitely get some options just from looking at your court up here. Now, I've already made her chancellor, so I'm not going to do anything. Oh, no, that's not. That's the prince. Although I suppose I could make him the ambassador. What is his current... He is a diplomat, so in a way it makes sense for him to be the ambassador. Let's go ahead and do that. I think that makes sense. Neat. All right, we're going to close that out. Go to our next unit. And we have lots to do. 25 orders to spend. 25. No complaints. I guess I will build a mine here. All right. Construction of the Oracle is finished. We can build a barracks. I do need additional courthouses, but you know what else I need? You know what else I need? I need roads. So if I see which tiles are connected to the capital, I would imagine what I need to do is start building a road like right here. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to actually start building these roads at long last. And in this city, let's see, I'll go ahead and cut scrub, clear the land. We got some lumber for that. That comes in handy. And now this can be a mine as well. Down here, we don't quite have enough lumber just yet. Although we can probably change that fairly quickly. Hang on. There we go. Getting used to the buying and selling system being present in this game, it throws me off so much. Not only because the interface is different from, say, Stellaris, but just having the ability to do that at any time in a game like this is life-changing for me. So it's a bit of an adjustment to make, especially while recording at the same time. I'm looking forward to spending some more time with this game soon, just playing it and kind of sinking my teeth into it off screen, because that'll help me just get more practice in general. Speaking of that, we're almost to the 30-minute mark. I'm going to go ahead and stop this episode here so I can get it uploading for you guys. In the next one, we still have 17 moves, so we're going to start pushing back down against the Numidians again. We have settled Neapolis, and now it's just a matter of moving our military on this camp and this camp. And it's pretty similar militarily to our situation at the end of the last episode, just given that we were able to retreat here and bring some reinforcements down. Now that those reinforcements are in place, I think we can actually execute the plan a little bit more effectively and a little bit less recklessly. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes are coming out every day at 10 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.